Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the light side of life.
Well, good morning, good morning. It is Friday morning, October 5th, and I am on my way to go get Mary. She's been low on meds this week because I let the insurance paperwork lapse, and I've been struggling to try to get everything reinstated. It's been kind of crazy. So we've had to stretch her meds this week, and apparently she's kind of acting out and being kind of crazy at school. So I'm going to go and pick her up, and I thought that this would be a good opportunity for me to check in and just kind of try to update. Let's see. I don't even remember what my last update included, because I've tried to make a couple of different videos. I've actually tried vlogging a couple of times since the last one that I uploaded. But my phone was getting old and acting up, and I kept losing footage, or the sound wasn't linking up, or I was having a hard time struggling with the memory on my phone, all that stuff. So, and then I ended up losing my phone completely. So I now have a new phone. I'm really excited. Trying out the Note 9. Woohoo! I've so missed having the Note phones. I love using the pen and taking notes and all of the cool stuff. I've had a hard time getting used to it again, though. It used to be like second nature to use the Note. The last Note that I had, I think it was the Note 4, or it was the Note 3 or 4, before I had an S7 for a long time. Yeah, so I'm out of practice using the Note pen, and a lot of the applications are very different. It's not quite like what I'm used to. It's probably not even that much different. It's just set up a little bit different, and they changed, using S Note to using some Note program, and I don't know. Probably don't care about that, but anyways, point being is I got a new phone. I'm excited to see how vlogging works out with this phone. I'm hoping it makes things easier, because I really do miss vlogging, but it was just becoming such a hassle on my old phone that I just didn't want to do it very often. And then when I would try it, I'd fail. So here we are. So just to try to kind of overview of where things are at the moment. Jackie's moved out and has moved to Florida. Aaron has taken over Jackie's room. I am going to be getting a hysterectomy on October 19th due to a large fibroid that's been making me miserable. Let's see what else. Mary's new meds actually have been doing wonderful. This is the first time I've had to go and pick her up from school, and that is because she's been on half dose of meds this week. And so, yeah, so we switched her from the Geodin over to Seroquel, and the Seroquel has been working very, very well for her. With the Geodin, we were just having a really hard time getting a balance. She was either being super tired if the dose was high. She'd be really, really tired, not able to function, and just sleep all day at school too. Or the dose wouldn't be high enough, and she would be agitated and acting out. So we got her off of the Geodin, and now when she went during her hospital visit, they switched her over to Seroquel, and I think it's definitely working out a lot better. I did have a nervous moment about it when I had her in a day camp, and that didn't go very well. She was, kind of very irritated with all the other kids. did end up hitting like the camp counselor that was assigned to her, and it was a day camp for kids with special needs. Like most of them were, had autism or some other type of disability, which I think just kind of made her a little bit more irritable. But yeah, so my high hopes were completely dashed when camp didn't work out very well. So I've been completely ecstatic that things seem to be going so well at school. I have talked to the teacher one time, because I did had her call me just so that we could touch base. And the teacher, she has a new teacher this year, so it's not the same teacher that she's had for the last few years. So I was kind of nervous about that too. Either like how Mary would take to the new teacher, or how the new teacher would take to her. But they seem to be doing very well. The teacher had been filled in, had talked to Miss Greenwell before, and had been briefed on the struggles and problems that we've been having with Mary Jane. And so she was prepared, and she had said to me that she was actually very pleasantly surprised, because she was kind of bracing herself for a more challenging time. So I was really glad to hear that she was pleasantly surprised, and that Mary's actually been doing really well, and they've been able to get her to do work, even getting her to write, which was one of the large hurdles that stopped me from doing the online school with her. So things are going okay. I've had a really hard time with Jackie's move. Our relationship is still pretty rocky, although I've been putting a lot of work into it for the last year or so. She's just still got, a lot of anger and resentment. We've had a very adversarial relationship, because I'm the one that's had to try to make her do everything that she doesn't want to do, and constantly fighting, and it's just been a struggle. So we've also been sick. Erin, she goes by Erin now. Erin has been sick all week. Today being Friday is the first day that I actually am making him go to school. Then I think I caught a bit of whatever it is she had, and so I was sick for a couple of days. So today I am attempting to kind of get back into the swing of things a little bit. I pretty much slept for the last few days, but I got up kind of early today. I did try to lay back down after I sent the kids off to school, but it just wasn't working out very well. So I decided I would take advantage of that and, try to get myself moving and back onto some of my routines. So I'm using a new to-do list app. I'm trying out the Tick app. I have been using G-Tasks for years and years, very religiously. I've tried other apps every once in a while, and I always keep coming back to G-Tasks. Ever since Astrid went down the drain. Astrid was my favorite. I still loved the Astrid. Nothing is really compared to Astrid. But that's gone. So it's taking some time to get used to the new app and rearranging things. One thing that I am not a big fan of using the Tick app versus the G-Tasks is with the G-Tasks, if I have a couple of down days where I'm not able to focus on my to-do lists, my reoccurring tasks that I have to do every day, like load the dishwasher, do a load of laundry, make sure Mary gets her morning meds, stuff like that. If I don't go in and check those off, it will stay on the list with the date of the last time it was due. Whereas with the G tasks, it will, you know, if the next time that it's supposed to be due comes, it will just automatically go to the most recent date that a task would have been due if it's a recurring task. I hope that makes any sense. But I find it really kind of stressful to have to go in and kind of update my to-do lists every day for the stuff that I didn't get done. Because there's always stuff that I don't get done. There's stuff that I would like to try to get to do every day, but I very rarely actually get through everything that I would like to try to do in a day. And so that's kind of been really irritating to me. They do try to kind of make it a little bit easy for you. They give you a plan your day button. And if you're a premium member, you can use it as often as you want. I think if you're just a standard, then I think you get to use it once a day. So you hit the little button, and it basically kind of goes through all of your overdue tasks and lets you decide, like, when you want to reassign those tasks for. So, I mean, I guess they do try to kind of cover that, but I find it kind of stressful. I mean, I guess it would be more better that way for, say, somebody who has to, like, write a daily report of something each day, and you want to know how many you've gotten caught up, something like that. But for my purposes, it really hasn't. I would really like the option to be able to turn that off and just have things keep themselves up to date. Other than that, though, I really do like the new app. It does have some really neat functions. Like it has I call it a POMO. I think it has I forget exactly what the name of it. It's what it's supposed to be short for like Palmetto or something like that, where, you know, it's very similar to the Fly Lady. You can do anything. You do it, set your timer for 15 minutes, except with the POMO thing, they say, you know, do a focus task for 25 minutes and then take a 5-minute break. So that's like your half an hour chunk. And so I think I'm going to start out, but you can adjust it. Like you can go into the settings and change it. And so I did go in and changed it to the 15 minutes. And I think you can even change it every time you use it. So like if you only have 10 minutes or you know, only want to try to focus for 10 minutes, you can set it for 10 minutes. And then you get like these little circle reward things every time you complete a POMO. So that is kind of cool, because then it makes it feel like a game. You know, I get certain points for each of my tasks. You know, there's like a certain screen that you can go to where it'll show you like how many tasks you have completed on each day and how many POMOs you completed on each day, stuff like that. And then like breaks down like what your most productive days are, you know, stuff like that. Like it's pretty neat. So yeah, I'm enjoying that. But we'll see. I really don't know if I'm going to be able to tolerate having to sit down each morning and update all my tasks. I really like being able to just get up and go and not have to think about taking the time, because to sit down and organize all my tasks, it can take a while. I've got a lot of tasks stored in there. So one of the things I'm thinking about doing is changing the way that I have my tasks laid out to make that easier. One of the things that you can do with the TickTick app is, you know, is lists and sublists and stuff like that, where, I think this is where I need to go. Yeah. But, let's see, how to explain it. Like, so you can have folders, so I can put all of like my daily routines in one folder, and then I can, you know, have like morning routine, evening routine, zone work, stuff like that. and then go into those, and then there's subtasks and stuff like that. So I might try and just organize it differently to make things a little bit smoother for me. But we'll see. Hopefully it'll work out. It is a nice little thing, but oops. So that's about it. I'm almost to Mary's school. Hopefully I'll be able to start vlogging a little bit more now that I have a phone that will actually work. So hopefully I'll be uploading a lot more. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But until next time, have a good one.
Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the light side of life.